Hello, this is Wishingwell and welcome back to Hermitcraft Season 9 Ethos Base, and this is part 3 of the hermitcon What If. This probably is my favourite part. I had a lot of thinking about this and I'm quite excited to share my ideas. So as I travel up through the base, let's see, we need to go up the water. The water chute. I'm just going to show you the chorus farm while I talk about, well, the scenery and how everything would be laid out. So once you log in, you can log in a week before the actual convention starts. So you've logged in, first thing that you come across is you're inside a plane. Because in most conventions, people get there via plane. Makes perfect sense to me anyway. So you spawn, the spawn point is a plane. So you spawn into that. Then from there, you make your way out of the plane and into the terminal, where you go and get your bags. I thought this would be a nifty little thing to do. So you go to the baggage claim area, you press a button and you're given a bundle. Inside the bundle, you were given a hermitcon shirt with the year ... on it. You're given some food and also maybe a map of the area and places that you can go, a book with the coords for location of buildings, hotels, yes, actual hotels, and various other things that you might require to know information about. So you've got out of the plane, you go to the terminal, you grab your bag. From there, you head to the subway. The subway is linked to the airport terminal like it is in a lot of cities. So you've gone to the underground, you've jumped on your little train, which would obviously be a minecart or something of that moving nature. It could even be a flying machine. That would be pretty cool too. And this would take you into the hotel district. From there, let me shoot some chorus route. You would find a road with lots of different hotels on them. Now there would be lights, hopefully, which would indicate which hotels are full and which aren't. This could be an idea, or this could be not a practical idea, depending on how you implement it, but I'm just going to throw it out there, so it can be changed, obviously, depending on what is physically people are able to do. So the idea and the hope would be you would go into the hotel that was vacant, you would find a room, you'd set your spawn, and then you could actually go into the city and explore around. You'd be given a period of time, maybe an hour, maybe 2. If anyone wanted to stream it or make a video, they could do that on the content. Wouldn't be bad. You could do this. It would be fun. And there'd be restaurants and there'd be little games to play and there'd be lots of little entertainment stuff. So people could go there and then you could meet up with your friends and you could have a wander around like you would in an actual convention. So after you've gone into the hotel, you could meet up with friends like I mentioned. Then you could go to, there's bars which would sell drinks. And then you would pretty much chill out for an hour or 2 until you were basically booted off the server, because there's a lot of people that may want to come in and have a look around. So you can familiarize yourself with the surroundings and what else there is to offer in this little mini city that has been designed for the convention. Because you can't just have a convention center, you've got to actually have a story around it and why the convention center is there in the first place. And I thought that would be a pretty cool idea. So this would be a week before the actual convention starts. So once the convention actually has started, you would go, obviously, to log back into the actual area. You could be spawned back into the hotel, and then from there you could walk to the convention center to take part in events. Or another method, a way of doing it is once the actual convention starts, just so that there's not randoms everywhere, you can have it narrowed down as the convention center could actually be another dimension that you can go into. So you would have the building that would be there, and then there would be a portal. So you would be allowed access into this portal if you had a ticket to get in there. Or another way you could do it, you could have a separate login center where you've got the events coming up. It's half an hour to an hour before the event starts. You would log into this particular server, and from there, that would be your waiting room. And then when the event starts, you would automatically be transported into the convention center, where you would be in a blocked area, which would have barrier blocks, so you wouldn't be able to get out of it. And on the Skizzlecraft server, there's a nifty little mod where you put a saddle on a stair block so you can actually sit down. And I thought that would be a good to implement that, so people could actually sit down. And people would be advised that please sit down during the event. And if people kept being silly and mucking around and hitting people and whatever, they would be given one warning and then they would be booted. The idea is to have everyone to... There's no point having people being annoying when other people are trying to pay attention. We don't like it in cinemas. We don't like it in conventions. You're there to watch actually what's happening and not be silly. If you want to be silly, then you can go somewhere else. I think that's pretty practical, and there'd be a lot of mods, and there's enough mods from all the different communities of the hermits to be able to have unquote security that would go around and man these events. And if somebody was being inappropriate, and obviously there'd be a video on what is appropriate and what isn't appropriate, so that people would be completely aware. And if you do something that was silly, then sorry, you can no longer be here, while other people actually want to sit here and pay attention to the events. I think a lot of people will be respectful, but you're going to always have that percentage of people that are going to do something because they think it's funny. So yeah, so you'd have those measures in place. Have we got... Oh, no, there's a couple more chorus fruit down here. So yeah, so I think that would be an interesting sort of... Yeah, so you'd be transported into the area. You wouldn't be able to get out because the idea would be you're there to watch the event, and then you would have the hermits on their panel, and then they would conduct the panel. The panel would last for however long the panel would last for, and then once it's finished, you would be transported back to the waiting area, and then you can go back into the other server, which would be the outside of the convention center and various things like that. So you could be like double layered sort of thing. But I do like the idea of having like a little portal that you can access to go into that particular room. You feel like you're more there than actually being in another server and waiting. I don't know, it's sort of logistically, but I like the idea of building a city around this so that it feels more like you're actually going somewhere and you're visiting something, and it should be a lot more fun. And I think I'm done with my chorus fruit. Cool. So we pull our lever, and everybody disappears. And see how all the flowers are stuck at the side there? What we got to do is just flick this lever again, and then the magic happens. And they all get washed down into a sorting system, which, jump down here and show you. There is a barrel, which has, as you can see, the flowers are coming up here. I'm not climbing a ladder. So from here, the chorus fruit actually travel under here somewhere. Completely lost. It's been a while. You can hear the ticking sound. Oh, that is, it's just a dropper. So from here, you go back into the hill. Oh, tick, tick, tick. Looks like we're finished. We may have missed it all. Oh no, here we go. It's still here. And then you watch the chorus fruit do their little droppy thing into the hoppers. I love this. Ding, ding, ding. And from here, just gonna have a little bit of a cheat. We're gonna fly down here, zoom in here, and you should be able to see the chorus fruit dropping down into the actual furnace area. There you go, we caught the last couple, and then we have in the furnace the little chorus fruit doing their thing. So this is the end of part 3 of the hermitcon what if theory, idea, hypothetical. But yeah, that's it. That's it for part 3. I'll have a think and see if there's any like part 4 or 5 or whatever. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Wishingwell, and have a lovely time, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.